Good evening and welcome to the Whaler Guys. I'm Jerry, this is Peter. You guys are the brigade, we're the Whaler Guys, and we are one nation under green in the heart of the city. Right, Pete?
This is correct. Now we're here, we're tired. We spent the whole day Monday at the State Legislative Office Building, room 1E in front of the Transportation Committee. And we watched, actually it's a pretty good process for us, so we got to learn a little bit about the state. We made some contacts, this is good stuff. And we watched 40 bills kind of go through the motions and be presented and talked publicly. And then we got our 5 minutes of fame at the end of the day, and it was kind of anticlimactic from the standpoint that, you know, the entire place behind us was packed with people. And I thought, oh, we're going to talk in front of all these people. But by 5:30, after it started at 11 a.m., we got up there and, you know, we talked to the Transportation Committee. There wasn't that many people left in the building.
Thank goodness for our wives.
Yeah, I guess, I know. And then our wives showed up.
Our
so
wives
I sat there all day.
Our wives are the MVPs.
That's not happening again. That's not happening again. So
the looks were amazing we got from them.
Yeah. But yeah, we got to, you get 3 minutes, and we gave it our best punch. And we felt like the Transportation Committee was pretty receptive, I thought. They were pretty positive. You know,
I was impressed. You know, we talked in front of Senator Leon,
yep.
Senator Boucher,
yeah,
and Senator or Representative Guerra had to leave, but
right.
We did have Representative Carney there.
Yep.
Kurt Vale, the representative from
yep.
Stafford Springs and Summers, was in and out all day because he was working on a
yep.
host of other things.
Yep.
But you know, it was great to see the different bills that were up in front of that committee. You know, and Senator Leon brought up some good points.
Yep.
From the start, he called us both up because we signed up behind each other. And he goes, oh, these two guys are talking about the same thing. He goes, the Whaler Guys.
Yeah.
And he had a smirk on his face when he called us up.
Yeah.
I thought he was starting to diss us, and I was going to have to say something, but it was more, I don't think many people hear the name Whaler that much unless you're following us or the other social media outlets of the Whalers. So we got up there, and Pete and I thought we did a good job presenting what we wanted to do. We explained the process that it's been at least 2 years working with Kurt and
yep.
Marie. And again, Marie Schweitzer did a great job doing the legal side of things, working with the NHL. As we outlined in the conversation,
yep.
you know, it's a lot easier to get the Red Sox, the Yankees, Penn State, because those teams actually exist.
Yeah. And
we're going after a team that, yes, the NHL owns the rights to the logo and name, but we don't have a team right now, and that is a stumbling point. And Senator Leon did bring that up. You know, did we get the okay from the NHL? And Marie, working with Kurt, is the legal side of things, working with the NHL's legal services, so we can get ahead of any problem that would occur with the logo. And working with the charity that Kurt and we come up with to benefit from this license plate, whether it's the Connecticut Children's Medical Center, Yukon Children's Cancer Fund, or the Hartford Foundation for Giving. And that's going to be up to Kurt and the legislators to figure out where that money is going to go to.
Yeah, about that, you know, most of it was pretty positive. Like I said, there was a little bit of pushback where the Senator Leon mentioned, like, you know, we get a lot of requests for plates, and we turned down a lot of them because people think they're going to sell, and then maybe they don't do as well as they thought, and there is a cost, you know, analysis to the whole thing. In other words, you know, they've already got the infrastructure in place to do this. That's a good thing. But, you know, we were stunned going online. There's like 55 plates in Connecticut. There's a Bobcat plate. There's an Eagle plate. There's a Red Sox plate. There's Penn State plates. You know, all these other plates. And, you know, for 30 years, where the heck has a Whaler plate been? I mean, you got to be kidding me. I mean, it's the hottest selling logo in the NHL. It's one of the better known logos in the entire world of sports. I mean, even way back to the Greeks. I don't know what their logo was for the Olympics, but the Whaler one is better. So anyway, it's insane not to have a license plate. Excuse me.
And the other thing is, several media outlets have contacted us and talked about and asked the question, has this ever been proposed before?
No.
And this has not been proposed before.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that has not been brought to the legislative office building, and 2 people or 5 people or 10 people bringing up the license plates. Maybe it was spoken about, but it never made it this far.
Yeah.
And we had to make that clear to the commission that, no, this was never done.
Yeah.
And this is new territory, and obviously this plate has to be approved because, hello, it's
Yeah.
the Whalers.
I know.
You know, don't get me wrong. People can be happy where they went to college. If they want a Penn State
Sure.
plate, that's great.
Yeah.
But if you're allowing Penn State outside of our state
Yeah.
to get a plate,
Yeah.
why can't you have the Hartford Whalers?
Yeah.
They are as much as history as all these other things that they offer. The
Yeah.
sound, yes, people live at the shore. Yes, you want
Yeah.
to save the sound. That's outstanding. We want to save our hockey team. We want to put them back on the radar.
Yeah.
And we want the NHL to pay attention that we're poking them so we can have the rights to serve that plate. And
Yeah.
you know what? If anyone disagrees,
They can shut their blowhole.
you're God
I mean,
blessed right.
you know, I mean, we said it
almost
kind of
a
polite.
bad word there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a little ridiculous not to have a Whaler plate, especially when you're doing these things. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Let's get Connecticut-centric. I mean, I'm tired of, I got to go up to Boston. I got to go to New York. I got to go somewhere else. Let's get Connecticut plates. So let's get a Whaler plate that's symbolized, give some civic pride back to the city. I mean, even when we were there, here we are, there's 40 bills being introduced. With due respect, a lot more important than a Whaler license plate
Yes, it
bill. I
is.
mean, it really was. There was a lot of veterans there. They had concerns and issues. So, I don't want to make it sound like, hey, we're marching for this Whaler plate. But
Right.
that was our thing. So when we got to speak about it, it was important to note that Representative Carney had a Whaler tie on.
Yes, he did.
And as we got up to speak, I don't know which one of the representatives did, but he whistled Brass Bonanza. So, I mean, this is the middle of a public hearing, and they were having some fun.
And
so
we
we all gave him a smile.
And we did.
Yeah.
We have to give credit where credit's due. Michael Glasson came and spoke,
Yes.
as well as Brendan Lynch.
Yep.
They did a great job.
They did a great job.
They followed us when we spoke. After we spoke, they got
Yeah.
up there and did a great job. Again, pushing why we should have this license plate.
Yeah.
And Michael and Brendan both talked about the merchandising of Whaler apparel.
Yes.
And how much it's still very, very popular, not only in the state, but outside the state. And, they did a great job as well. And
Yeah.
Representative Morin from Wethersfield was right on board as well because he was a season ticket holder for the Hartford Whalers.
That's right.
So,
That's right. He mentioned that, yeah.
It turned into,
Yeah.
as Pete and I get up there, of course, we can talk in front of anybody.
Yeah.
What it turned into, though, was a rehashing of the Whalers.
Yeah.
We got off subject with the plate, and all of a sudden, other people are saying, "Oh, where'd they go?" And we told them they went to the communist land of Carolina.
Senator Leone goes, wherever they went, let's get them back.
And that was really
that
cool.
was cool. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, it was one thing for us to speak because we're the fanatics who see us on TV and all that. But it was great to have a couple of Whaler fans there. And Brendan Lynch has done a blood drive with Pucky. It was a Bleed Green event, and saved over. Got enough donations to save over 100 lives, so he did the blood drive. Michael Glasson is the guy that puts in the effort to have us meet people like we met Daryl Ray at the last bus trip. He gets these bus trips for the Hartford Whalers Booster Club. We go down there. We talked to Daryl Ray. We had an incredible once-in-a-lifetime thing where Joe Quinville and Kevin Deneen came to meet a bus full of Whaler fans prior to a game against the New York Islanders and talked to us Whaler fans for 5-7 minutes. This is like an hour or two before the game. So Michael Glasson does. These are all things that we need as much help as we can get. So we appreciate everybody doing that. And for those guys that took the time to write in and type in a testimonial, thank you, because the more the better. We want them to know because one of the concerns of Mr. Leone or Senator Leone was like, well, will it sell? And I told them we had 50,000 views on our Facebook post, and Jerry and I, we don't normally get numbers like that, but this license plate thing really took off, and to be honest, I'm getting one. I might get two.
My wife knows what's happening.
Yeah,
we're
it's happening.
Getting the plate.
Yeah.
And she goes, I guess we'll have to get one, and my daughter too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's gonna be interesting because my son-in-law's a Bruins fan, so
Yeah.
that'll be great.
Yeah, God rest his soul.
That's okay though,
Yeah, yeah.
because you know
The
what?
poor
It'll
boy.
balance in the
Yeah,
driveway.
the poor guy. Yeah.
But the fun thing is, when we've talked to people, and we got a message tonight from Pam, who does a blog.
Yeah, Pam Brooks.
Pam Brooks,
Yeah.
i95.com.
Yeah.
She does a blog and she does a radio
Radio
show.
show.
And she mentioned the plates and posted it on her, and she did a whole article, a blog about it, and we really want to give her a shout out and thank you very much
Yeah,
for
stuff like
helping
that
us
helps.
push it down in the Fairfield area.
Yeah.
That's way down in Ranger country. So I will say the one thing that stuck in my mind, besides having my car towed because it broke down, was a legislator was out in the lobby with us, and he said, ever since the Whalers left, this has been a JV state.
Yeah.
And I just laughed. And it was like that uncontrollable
Yeah,
laugh.
yeah.
Like, man, you hit it on the head.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, Hartford was a major league city, and we've talked about it over and over.
Yep.
Not to beat a dead dog, but, we were a major league city. We can be a major league city again.
Yep.
More is going on in Hartford. There's a lot going on with the Yukon and the apartments and everything else. This is the prime time, and this is where, again, we're not supposed to talk to the investment group, but you know what? They need to start paying attention to the low-lying fruit, whether it's the Islanders who are getting kicked out of Barclays Center or Carolina who can't pay the bills.
Yeah.
They have to pay attention to go after them. This might be the only time they need to jump.
There's only so many windows.
And I'm not telling you what to do with your money. Yeah, I am. Buy the Whalers and bring them back. That's all you have to do. Just follow the rules.
It's that
right?
easy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and that's the funny thing about it is, we talk about all these Whaler plates, and when the rep said, well, what if a team returns? Will they have an issue with the Whaler plate? And I'm like, hey, one thing at a time.
That's right.
One thing at a time. But the whole point about getting the plates done is it gives you a little momentum to go after the next thing. Go after the next thing after that.
And we did explain to them, and you can watch our testimony on CTN, which is the state television station. You can go right on the CTN. .state.us, I believe it is.
Right.
And you can watch our testimony.
Yep.
When Senator Leone asked if a hockey team was to come here, can we call them the Hartford Whalers?
Yeah.
We said that Commissioner Bettman, whether like him or not, said we could use the name and logo.
Yeah.
That's already been addressed.
Right.
Of course it is, because he can sell lots and lots of jerseys.
Yes.
And so he was interested in when we said that, and he said, well, damn it, let's bring them back.
Yeah. And he said, hey, if they've got no issues with it, he says, we'll consider it. And if you watch the testimony, you can also see it on our page, Whalers Brigade on Facebook. But he did say, in the testimony, hey, if it's, if the NHL's okay with it, we'll definitely take a look at it. And I can't see, boy, tune into that show if they reject that plate. Tune into this show if they reject that plate, because we're just gonna, push that.
Pete's gonna say, go ahead, Jerry.
Because there's just no fathomably good reason. If there's 55 plates and we got too many plates, well, you can scrap a couple of those, I think, because some of them probably aren't even selling. So, but the whole point about it is let's get this done. It's one step forward. It should have been done a long time ago. I'm surprised it hasn't been done a long time ago.
Well, I'm happy it wasn't, because we gave us an opportunity, as well as all of you, to get involved.
Yeah.
And this is another prime example where Pete and I can yell and scream all we want and get out there and poke people and do this and do that and make fun of people or whatever.
Yeah.
It's up to all of us together, strength in numbers. And, the Whalers Brigade, the whole crew out there, it's all of us working together, because if and when this happens, this is our accomplishment.
Right.
It's all of us together making this happen. And there will be a party. I'll have a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a party.
Oh, we certainly want. Like I said, we want Whaler license plate, but you know what I want to do? I want to drive around. Hey, that guy's got a Whaler license plate.
That's
hey,
right.
that guy, you wave to him.
He's
Hey,
on
Whalers.
He's on our team.
You honk to him. Hey, Whalers.
Yeah.
Kind of like motorcycles guys do and Jeep guys do when they see each other on the highway. They wave, but they see the plates,
I think it's a great opportunity. And, you're right. If it goes by the wayside and they say no for some ungodly reason, Jose better have the beeper button in there, because I'm going to go absolutely
Oh, I know. I just can't imagine.
It's not going to be good. It'll be
I can't imagine.
It'll be a rated R.
Yeah.
It won't be PG-13.
No, and we've got some great charity ideas. So, it's all going to go to, something to help somebody, when they need it most. So, it's a win-win.
And you said it perfect when we were testifying. It's not just about the Whalers. It's about our territory.
Yeah.
It's our city. It's our team.
It's a civic pride.
And we all do everything for this city. It's not just the hockey thing. We do other things outside of the hockey thing.
Right.
We went up to Berger Hockey, had a great time at the tournament.
We should talk about that later.
And that was a great time.
Yeah.
And you saw young people. The young people should be able to see a professional hockey team, an NHL club in their city. When I was growing up and you were growing up, you went to those games and you saw the squirts playing on the ice, right? You had the midgets, and they were all playing on the ice, and that's a goal of lifetime. They still do it today for the Wolfpack. I'm not taking that away.
Yeah.
But for an NHL club, for an NHL experience, these kids growing up in Hartford, Connecticut, or in Connecticut should be able to see the Hartford Whalers play. Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely. And, that's another thing. We went to the Berger Hockey Tournament up in Winchester, Connecticut last Saturday. Beautiful, nice sunny day. The ice was thick enough. They had lost some, it was 13 inches and then it was down to 8. But, they had 4 or 5 rinks set up and just tons of kids. And some of these kids had Whaler gear on. They had Whaler hats and their parents did. And I'll tell you, it's getting funny for us because, as we're hanging out there and we actually laced up in our skates and got out there.
Yep.
But every parent's like, oh, you're the Whaler guys. I saw because Chris Sheffield, who runs Berkshire Hockey, did a great job. Got 26 teams. All these kids played on this pond hockey, and he made sure he was here, and we got the show done. And the parents really appreciated it. We advertised a little bit, and next year they want to do something maybe possibly with a police, where all the police officers, there's a lot of police officers that play hockey.
Connecticut Guns Hockey Club.
Yeah, that's right. And have some kind of a police hockey team tournament.
The big thing's going to be, and Chris spoke to Peter and I about it, is next year it's going to be his tag he thinks he was thinking about was paint the camp green, Whaler green.
Oh, that's cool.
And have Whaler fans come out and skate with their families up there as well. And any of the donations that people want to give, or they might ask for donations to go skating up there, will help Berkshire Camp. And it's a beautiful place. I've never been up there. I've never been that far up into Winchester. It was beautiful. It was quite cold in the morning. Pete and I went up there about 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah, we were there. At 7 o'clock on the nose. We
kicked the rooster out of the
oh my gosh,
in the behind.
It was 20, 26, 27 degrees.
But once you were on the ice, it was warm.
No, we started. We passed the puck around a little bit, and it was nice. I mean, the weather was great. There was a guy out there ice fishing. I'm like, what do I do? Do I skate or I go ice fishing?
I didn't know. After we found out that it was kind of 8 inches thick.
But the great thing is you can take your skate off and you can fillet the fish right there when you pull them off the ice.
No.
You could,
No, that's cold water.
You ever had sushi?
No, that's disgusting.
Hey.
But we talk about hockey. Pete and I went to the UConn game Friday night.
That's right.
What a game.
Yeah.
UConn finally removed their heads from somewhere and played in the game. They were awesome. They won 3-1 against Vermont. There was, 6,900?
6,297 was the official total.
Yep. And,
so, but that's going to be a high watermark. I guarantee that attendance number cracks the top 10 of Hockey East attendances this year. I'll have to see where that puts them. But not as big as the crowd when they had with BU and BC in the first year, but 6,200, almost 6,300 on a Friday night with really no promotion, other than they were just a big game against Vermont.
Yeah.
They had dropped a couple of games. They lost. They lost Vermont.
Yep.
Lost to Maine and Fenway. And then they had lost to BC 2-1.
Yep.
So this 3-1 win, it was 2-0 forever.
And Huska played out of his mind.
Adam Huska made 34 saves.
And he worked hard
and,
on every single one.
Some of them were straight out of, a magic show.
It was
a couple
amazing.
It's amazing they didn't make the highlight reel for the Hockey East saves. But he really stood out. And as a matter of fact, he really had a shutout. He really did.
At one point, 3 minutes left?
Yeah, at one point, UConn took 2 bad penalties back-to-back within a half minute of each other. And
No.
you're like,
Same play.
Yeah.
Same play, 2 penalties.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
And they were down 2 guys for one part of that,
Yep.
and it was brutal.
Yeah.
Because you thought for sure, at that point, I think it was 2-0.
Yep.
So you were thinking, oh, wow, Vermont can grab 2 goals real easy here. But they were frustrated by Huska. The Vermont team was.
They were.
They were.
Yep.
So next up is Saturday. That's this coming Saturday. That's February 4th. I believe it's a 3 o'clock game against Merrimack. So we will not be there for that one. But Northeastern is not exactly lighting Hockey East on fire.
They just won last night, though.
Yeah. So
I think they beat New Hampshire 6-5.
Yeah, but UConn needs to string some wins together to stay in that playoff hunt. So let's hope they can do that.
I was very happy with the crowd. They were so energetic.
Yeah,
they
it
were
was
in the game.
Yeah.
The bar was packed.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great to see. And then we met a couple guys out there who, hey, you guys are the Whaler guys, and we talked to them about the license plate, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Then the following night, the Wolfpack played Providence, and they ended up winning.
Yeah, amazing.
And they were in front of 10,700. That was
Yeah,
a great. That was a cancer night, wasn't it?
Yeah, kick out cancer.
Yeah,
it
was.
So a nice night for them. 10,700, and they had nice jerseys too. They had a cancer promotion jersey. I think they auctioned them off.
Yep.
And that's really good. That's an annual thing that the Wolfpack does. and they get a great crowd. You know, it was a good crowd. Unfortunately, yeah, I wasn't there to see it.
I wasn't able to see it
yeah.
either, but listening to it on the radio, you could hear the crowd over
Yeah.
Bob Crawford.
Bob
So
Crawford, yeah.
anytime you can hear the crowd over the announcer, it's an exciting crowd.
Right, and they got a win, which is a rare thing because boy, they.
Well,
they're
Providence is a
sticking
good
up the
club,
joint.
so
yeah,
you know, to get a, and of course, just like the old days with the Whalers Bruins, it's still a rivalry with the Wolfpack and the Providence Bruins coming to town. And you know, I'm glad they got the win because we went the other night and it was a rough night.
Oh, that was that Wednesday night
Yeah,
game. That was
yeah,
brutal. About
yeah.
1,800 or something against
Yeah.
Hershey. So bad that when the Wolfpack went down 1-0, he might have gone down 2-0, and Jonander calls a timeout, and you could hear him yelling at the team.
Yelling over.
I mean,
over the noise.
like it was in a high school rink. I mean,
Yeah.
you could hear him screaming at the team. And they came back and they played, you know, fairly well, but they ended up losing that one 5-4.
And you're not the only one that said that. Someone else, when we were talking to, said you could hear Jonander screaming from the bench.
Granted, he was yelling
from the seats.
Yeah, like way out in the seats.
Yeah. So you know, it's interesting to see. You know, he's got to be very frustrated. And
oh, it's a horrible year.
And the penalties they took were rough.
They were.
And you know, it's a shame because you think on a Wednesday night you might get a little bit more.
Yeah.
I guess not.
You know, I would honestly, I wish that the Rangers would do this. You know, Dylan McElrath was released yesterday from the Florida Panthers, which their team was in Springfield. So he was on the, not the Falcons, the Thunderbirds for a little while. And he got released. He's hit waivers. So I'd say, hey, carry him for the rest of the season. It's time for the Wolfpack to drop the gloves.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I haven't seen a fight, an AHL fight in that building. This team needs
it needs physicality.
A kick in the behind, something to spark it.
And when we were watching the Hershey game, you saw nobody hitting.
No.
And when they started to hit, they started to turn the tide.
And they still can't play defense.
And it was, that was rough.
I mean, I still see, and this is every time I go to the
Halverson in goal?
Yeah, and then I remember he got.
But again, Halverson, he can only do so much when you have nobody. The guy's sitting in the slot.
No, the guy you have uncontested opposing players sitting in front of the net. They got a campfire, and then just right in front of it.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah, it's just I don't understand. This is the one critique I might have at Jonanders. You know, this has been an issue with this team all season long. Get your defenseman in front of the net and clear it out. It's not that hard.
Or you know what? To get a little fire going.
Yeah.
Smack some people around.
Yeah, hit somebody. They wrote a song
about
it.
Like they said in Slapshot.
Yeah.
Put the stick in his ribs. Let him know you're there.
Yeah.
You know, give him a shot.
They need a line of Hanson brothers. Is what the Wolfpack need right now.
They do. And over the years, you saw great physical Wolfpack teams, and this is definitely not one of them.
No, and I understand.
And it's not that they're tiny.
No, I know. And the league is getting faster, quicker, and they don't want the slower guys. But there's just nobody's afraid of the Wolfpack. They're not afraid of them at all. They're not afraid to come into that zone. They're not afraid to park in front of the net.
Yeah.
Come on. It's been
their
enough
goalies,
games.
Halverson and
McKenzie.
Skapsky.
Who just never been the same since his knee surgery.
No.
But
we watched him one night, and he got pulled for Halverson.
Yeah.
Sent him in because it was a rough night.
That was
a 7-4 against the Amherst there.
It's been a merry-go-round with the goaltending situation in the Wolfpack. Some of that's been because the Rangers pulled up Hellberg there, and he's definitely the best goalie out of the three. The goalies are not horrible. What's horrible is the defense of the team.
Right.
And I hate to sit here and I'm not telling you not go to games.
No, it's a great time.
I'm just saying from let's talk a little on ice. They just need us some kick in the pants.
Yeah.
Now they're not making the playoffs. I mean, it'd be a miracle.
Yeah.
But make some games exciting as we finish out this 20th season of the Wolfpack.
Yeah, I know. This should be a celebration season, and
now
really,
it's like just end the season.
It's scary because it's almost like a funeral, and it's no disrespect to Ken Jonander. He's playing with what he's got.
Yeah.
And remember this weekend though, Friday and Saturday the Wolfpack is home.
Right.
Friday night you have your $1 hot dogs and $2 beers. Go and have a good time.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week, and we'll talk about if we had any information from our representatives about the Whalers play.
We'll find out.
You guys have a great night. We're One Nation Under Green. We're the Whaler guys. You guys are the Brigade. If you don't agree with us, you can shut your blowhole.